Assalamu alaikum. Let's talk briefly about the Arabic word, definition and term, called ma'rifa. Ma'rifa is a spiritual understanding and knowledge which amplifies our existence and the purity that we receive, a cleansing of our heart, of our nafs, through God consciousness, self-consciousness, and what is aware? Our surroundings, our awareness of our surroundings and ourselves. Living in the present moment, coming to terms with what is God, all-knowing God consciousness. It can be very complex but very simple. And it doesn't come just from knowledge of reading. It comes from knowledge of experience. As stated earlier, ma'rifa is experienced through a clear cleansing, clarification. It's a feeling. It's a process. Sometimes you cry. It can happen through prayer, through dua. It can happen from hearing, reciting the Quran. It's not just, you cannot receive the knowledge and understanding of ma'rifa just by reading a book, just by reading a hadith or a Quran. This is a deeper spiritual knowing and understanding. So as you may or may not know, and I'm pretty sure if you've been following me up to this point and watching what I say, hear what I say, since I was in Jordan and every other country and coming back to Armenia, I always say what allowed me to accept that I am a true Muslim. What happens is you feel an upliftment. You feel uplifted spiritually. You feel like immense pressure, stresses, physical, emotional, spiritual dirt, debris is removed out of your energy body, your heart, your physical body. You smile more. You become less hateful, less of resentment, keeping grudges at bay, judgments at bay. It's complete opposite of hate and judgment and resentment. Ma'rifa is what a lot of Sufis experience. They're more on the spiritual aspect. Now, this is not just limited to only Sufis or people who practice Sufis. So, for example, like I said, I did not accept myself to allow myself to say I'm a Muslim until I experienced that level. And when I did, and when I do, I make sure So there are a lot of people who practice Islam, and there are a lot of scholars out there who try to study everything to the T. Learn every single Arabic word, its definition, learn the Quran in Arabic, learn to recite in Arabic, learn to do this, learn to do that. And then they forget, or they don't allow themselves to come out of this physical desire of obsessing over what to have studied and know and this and this and this. And they don't allow themselves, because sometimes it's a lot of times it's out of our control. This is something that's gifted to you through Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is granted to you through Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This ma'rifa. It does help for you to fast. It does help for you to stay away from individuals and be aware of your circumstances and surroundings in order to tap more into your heart center and to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.